you relate to your women, having heard this. All the women should be, A, releasing the competitive vibe entirely, so that we can all look at each other, and this is the most poignant thing, and I'm paraphrasing, and know that we are safe. No matter who you're looking at, know that you're safe. That, to me, is the end of the road. I know. Thank you. You're beautiful.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true. Oh, it's you. Oh, literally. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I was just like, okay.
You were breathing in the
No, I totally was, and that's what exactly should be happening amongst everybody here. But thank you seriously for that, and because it is about safety, and wanting to feel secure, and right where you are, which is everywhere, because you're always moving someplace with somebody. But I should say something about who I am instead of just asking, which I can do really easily. But my name's Majora Carter, and I actually didn't grow up in any place kind of going to Omega or anything like that. Although I considered my life really green, interestingly enough, growing up in one of the poorest congressional districts in the country, in the South Bronx, not too far from here. And when I was there, it was predominantly Black and Latino, and but some people would say that soul food is the original recycling. Because for those of you who don't know, you literally have to, whatever you got becomes what you need at the time. So beans and rice lasts a really long time at a ham hock. I'm in the wrong place to be talking about ham hock, sorry. Okay, but thank you very much. You were broke often. But being in a place where we were, a place that is predominantly poor, it was the kind of place that was politically vulnerable. Lots of things, bad things happen in poor communities, often from the top down. And I got to see that from both an environmental and an economic standpoint, like what happens, the kind of facilities that are brought into a community that literally, hurt not just your health, and your physical sense of your aesthetics, but also your spirituality, because it really didn't make life easy for folks there. And it became my mission to think about how do you create a space, a safe space, so that no one feels as though they have to move out of their neighborhood to live in a better one. And that is my practice. That is what I do in my daily life as a local, as an economic development strategist, working around the country to help folks develop ways that actually allow communities to develop in ways that support people right where they are. So it could be in urban areas where there isn't access to healthy produce, and where there is a huge amount of waste facilities and other kind of noxious facilities in an area. Or it can be in a rural area, where there's things like mountaintop removal for just a few years worth of coal mining that really does affect people who are living in those areas. It is about how do you create the space so that people's creature comforts are met, so that they can be their best self. So they feel that there is a life worth living, so they don't have to move out, that there are jobs that support them, so that there's the quality of the food that they need, so they can feel safe enough to develop the quality of relationships that allow them to move forward. And I am a homegirl, born and bred, South Bronx, boogie down, that would be me. And South Bronx. And now I am really proud, even though I've traveled around the world a bit and advised cities and universities and a whole bunch of other folks about how do you do real community development that doesn't leave anybody out. I've decided to try my own hand at it, and I'm moving into real estate development, in particular, literally a place right around the corner from the house I was born and raised in. It is for those of you from New York might know the name of this place. It's called Spofford Juvenile Detention Center. Notoriously bad. I mean, it was the place that kids were known to go into this place and come out way worse than they were ever brought in there. It was toxic. It was everything that was wrong with a space that was supposed to be designed to rehabilitate people. There was nothing right about it. And so it was closed just 2 months ago. And so I've been walking by this space all my life. My daddy used to be a janitor there, actually. And back in the 70s, I remember him coming home and talking to my mom about how, he wished that he could take some of these kids home with him because he knew that once they left, they were going to be worse. And I remember that, being a little girl, hearing that, and now that space closed, that big, huge thing that you can see from the highway. What I want to do is actually develop it into the kind of commercial space that has mixed income housing, that allows people of different income levels to feel comfortable, that has commercial development that actually meets a bunch of different needs for people, that has access to jobs and safe places for people to play and love and be connected to each other. Because ultimately what I'm trying to do every single day and every breath that I take is help build community for people to experience in ways that allow them to be the absolute best that they can be. And that's what happens when people feel as though they don't have to move